Partner with local businesses for virtual classes. This time I rolled over to Mix Fillings to find out what this new experience will be about.
Welcome to Mix Fillings Pie Shop and
Yelp Jacks.
All right, so we're going to do our You Grow Girl strawberry chamomile pie. So
Before we get into that, what is this event?
It is You Grow Girl on March 3rd, 6:30 p.m. virtually via Zoom. Boom.
join us. All right, so we're gonna start off with some of our amazing pastry roses here. I've got my wonderful friend Carla here to assist me with creating some of these roses. You're just gonna take 5 pieces of your pastry dough right here, and you're just gonna line them up. I'm gonna do one, and I'm gonna have my friend Carla do one. So
We're
gonna
friends.
we're friends. So I've got 5, and she's got 5, and we're just gonna line them up like a cute little caterpillar. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And they're gonna overlap one another, and we're just gonna press them into one another real quick with the warmth of our finger. Perfect, that's lovely. And then you're just gonna make a tight little roll, and you're gonna start to roll it towards you. And sometimes the dough will wanna kind of shift, so you'll just kind of pinch it and press it down a little bit and keep it from moving, just like that. Perfect, you're welcome. And then you just keep on rolling that forward, and before you know it, you've got what looks kind of like a burrito. And so you're gonna take that burrito, and you're gonna take your paring knife, and you're gonna just cut that in half. One for me and one for you. Perfect. And then we're gonna take the edges of that rose petal right there. We don't want it to fall apart on us, so we're gonna use the warmth of our finger to kind of like press the dough and pinch that in just a little bit. And there you go, perfect. You got it, girl. You making your rose.
Look
All
at
right.
that.
And then we wanna make these into petals. So we're just gonna start with the outside of the petal, we're gonna start pulling those petals just apart, just a little, layer by layer. You don't want to unravel it. You just want to kind of open it up to make it resemble an actual flower.
And these don't have thorns.
No,
so
they
we're
don't.
really
Yeah,
benefiting on that.
Pain-free way to be. And they taste delicious. All right, so after you've assembled a few of your roses, you're just gonna line them up on your cookie sheet like so. And then we're gonna put them in the refrigerator so that they can stay cold. Most important thing when making botanical flowers is that your dough stays cold. If you let your dough get too warm and you put it in the oven, it's gonna start to fall apart. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have Carla go ahead and get our ingredients put together. We wanna macerate these delicious strawberries. We've gone ahead and hold them. We've removed that green tip off the top, and we're gonna start by pouring our ingredients in. So Carla, if you would start by pouring your sugar in, perfect. And then you got your lemon juice.
Bam!
Yummy. Look, I know, right? Throw the chamomile in there, girl.
This is chamomile.
Yeah, that's the chamomile. We've got some ground chamomile flowers for some sleepy time. Everybody likes to have a little sleepy time after we get our pie. We've got some cinnamon in there, and then we've got cornstarch to make sure that we thicken it up. We don't want a loose pie. Everybody wants a nice, thick, jammy pie, so that's why we use cornstarch. You could substitute that with flour. You're just gonna give that a nice toss real quick. And once we get it all tossed and incorporated, we're just gonna put that in the refrigerator and let that sit while we work on our top. You can go ahead and unwrap that sheet of dough, and you will get a dough sheet in your kit. Your kit's gonna have your dough, your strawberries, your sugar, your chamomile, and your cornstarch. So next, you can go ahead and you're gonna wanna put a little bit of flour also on that rolling pin to make sure it doesn't stick to your dough. And you can also sprinkle the dough if you want also. Perfect.
On an angle, like you said the last
I
time.
like to go like a little bit, put a little panache on it, you know what I mean? And if you start here at the middle and then just kind of pull it out towards you, perfect. And then you're gonna just turn it, give it a quarter of a turn. Wonderful. And if you ever feel that your dough is starting to stick to the surface, you can lift it up and just sprinkle just a little bit more flour underneath. And that way you're not gonna start to crush that dough and it won't fall underneath the pressure of the rolling pin. Oh, wonderful. And you can put just a little bit more flour underneath your dough as well, just to make sure it doesn't keep sticking to the wood. All right, guys, Rance wouldn't let us show you the rest. So here's the finished product. Make sure you join us on March 3rd for our event.
And you can register at yelp.com/events.
the ladies told you where it's going down, but it's March 3rd at 6:30, and you can register at Yelp.